Greetings and salutations, guys, gals, and transvestites. It's me, WauwautosaTufGuy, doing part 2 of my Q&A. As you can all see, I'm styling and profiling. I got my bow tie, aka Adam's apple wear. It's gonna be real huge in the male fashion for 2018 and beyond. Males gotta have their Adam's apple all looking sexy and whatnot. Okay, I know I said I was gonna finish this Saturday, but I ended up getting kind of sick and having a sore throat. As you can see, I'm a little hoarse. I actually ended up riding a horse in a bikini into a nightclub, but that's a whole different story. You can Google me. I was in Florida for a old Tosa Tough Guy appearance. The reason, I need my voice, because I like to yell in my videos. Old Tuffy Tough likes to get his point across by screaming. I'm like Gary Ellerson. I'm sure a lot of you have no idea who that fella is. He's a sports talk radio guy for ESPN Wisconsin. He's an idiot. What he likes to do is he likes to say his opinion, and when people start to disagree with him, he starts to talk louder. And when tons of people disagree with his stupidity, he starts shouting his opinion, because we all know that the louder you talk, the more you're right. Right, Gary Elson? You're an idiot. Okay, but anywho, old Tuffy Tough is feeling a lot better than he was, and I'm going to finish this dirty SOB, and I'm about to jump right in it. But there's one more topic old Tuffy Tough wants to touch on. There's a few of you out here who watched my past videos these last 2 months and go, hey, that's a great impression of Logan Paul. No. I am not impersonating Logan Paul. Where do you think I get a scarf and I'm him? That's the real Logan Paul. Like I said, he lives behind my couch, and yeah, I have been holding something back on you guys. I'm paying him $50, okay? It wasn't $35. I didn't want you to think that Logan Paul was Rue's an old tough guy, but yeah, I'm paying him $50, okay? I'm not, it's him, all right? It's not some paid impersonator. And just to prove it, just to put any doubt, I'm going to show you guys a picture of me and Logan Paul. So, here it is. Okay, so now that I proved that, you guys saw the picture of me and old Logan Paul. I'm glad now I proved something to you guys. Logan Paul does live in my sprawling, luxurious estate. So let's get to the questions. Part 2 of my Q&A. All right, first question. Terrible vision. Oh, I hope you can see okay. You know what? I'm going to look in my Rolodex and find you a good optometrist. I'll do that after. Let's ask your question. What game from the 16-bit era would be Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, would you like to see remade? I would love to see the Phantasy Star series remade. Phantasy Star 2 was one of my all-time favorites. Genesis, Sega, that's me being hip, it's Sega Genesis, games of all time. So I think if they remade that game, it'd be a hoot. There you go. Okay, World War III gaming. What do you think of SJW? I'm guessing he's talking about social justice warriors. Okay. Well, I think everyone, as I said, this page is an LGBT exhibit friendly site. We accept everyone. And I think that a lot of people, should have the regular rights, because some of us are born with more than others. Look at me. I'm like a statue of picturesque beauty. But hey, one thing I gotta say, if you can't laugh at yourself, if you're one of those that wants to get all up in arms because someone called you gay or someone makes fun of something, whatever, I think that's ridiculous. You gotta be lighthearted. Yeah, people like to joke and whatnot, but you don't gotta have a whole stick up the poop shoot. You can laugh about it. Jeez Louise. Everyone's not out to offend everyone, for Pete's sake. Next question. H2O Dewey. Do you plan on playing Fortnite? And I like to say a little something about this guy. He's lit. Litadocious. Litosaurus Rex. Litine Shake. Motherfucker be lit. Do I ever plan to play Fortnite again? Probably. I'd like to see a new map. I couldn't get a straight question from a lot of the Fortniters if there's a new fucking map in the game or not. I don't know. I personally just don't think the game's that great of a game, to be honest with you. I like the destructible environments. That's really cool. It's a unique game. I'm glad they're not fucking crybabies like the PUBG developers. Oh, my voice is starting to act up. I think I need some, honey. I'll have to have my personal assistant in between, when I do my little breaks in between the questions. Behind the scenes tough guy stuff. As I was saying, I will probably play Fortnite again because, I never have a calling to play. I never get that urge to play Fortnite. But once I start playing Fortnite, I am addicted to keep going and playing more matches. But as I said, I don't think the game's really that great. I don't think the shooting's really tight compared to a game like Call of Duty or Battlefield. It's not even in the same league, in my opinion, or even like an Uncharted 4. But it's, addicting once you get started. So, it's really a game I can take it or leave it. But if I had to give a percentage, I'd say it's probably about 75% I'll play the game again. Yeah. Whoa! Somebody was banging on old Tuffy Tuff's door. I don't know why my butler Jeeves didn't answer that. It's hard to get good help these days, Logan could have got it, but, he's a fancy boy. He's only here for videos. He doesn't want to go one iota over, the $50 I pay them. And he sleeps like a motherfucker. I tell you, that guy's just snooze away behind my couch. Back to the questions. Oh. Mantelou C. put... This is fucking Ipsy Gaming. Listen here, Ipsy. You want to have one of those fancy names to think you're some high society motherfucker. I see right through you, damn it! Do you love me? Yeah, I love you, okay? I don't know if anyone knows this. The movie Notebook is based off me and Ipsy Gaming's relationship. I was obviously the rich debutante. And he was the poor fella coming from a meat and potato family, and we fell in love, and I had Chelsea Clinton was in love with me, and I picked him, for Pete's sake, the Notebook. Now he has Alzheimer's, and he pisses on himself. What do you know? Next question. Ice D. DAEMON. I think it's Ice D-Man, but I like DAEMON because I'm a... Why don't I like Mondays? For Pete's sake, it's Monday. I think you don't like Mondays, Ice Daemon, because who wants to start a new week? Yeah, there's Monday Night Raw and people body slamming each other in their undies. But it's just a lot of hoorag. I'm a Friday fella myself. And I'm fixing to believe, Ice Daemon, you're one of those fellas, too. Huh? All right. Manuel LO-A-NJOE. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's in some type of language that's not USA or Klingon. So I don't, How long have you been on the YouTube? Well, this video was actually my 1 year... Hoot, 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 Arby sandwiches for everyone. This video was my 1 year celebrating it, so that's that. But I have been on YouTube, I want to say, since maybe 2015, a banger. But, I had an account, but I wasn't, uploading, I was just a lurker. Lurking in the shadows like a pervert. Okay! Mr. Hustler. I like this guy. He's a good fella. Meat and potatoes, average Joe. You should check this guy out. Just don't lend the son of a bitch any money. Because he's a hustler. And you'll never see it again. I borrowed him $250K one time. And he hasn't paid me back. He keeps giving me the runaround. But hey, 250K to Tough Guy is like pocket change, so I'll just send someone over to break his fucking wrists. Anywho, are you a real gamer? What I mean by that is, do you play with your flapper? Oh, this is getting X-rated! When you see your favorite game character. Well, if by play with my flapper, you mean doing something like this, I'm not one of those guys like, I'm more a so it'd be like, oh wait, it's me. So it'd be, if that's what you mean. But hey, listen to me right here. I'm sure not playing with my flapper when we're talking about that son of a bitch, Rico, from the Killzone series. I hate that son of a bitch. And if I could, I'd slit his fucking throat. I know this question went all off the hinges, but it's how I feel, and old Tuffy Tough talks from the heart. Damn it! Okay, I almost flew off the handle here. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm still hungover from all the PCP last night, so I'll dial it down a notch. Next question. XTRIANGLE. Hey, XTRIANGLE, when you getting that PS4? I'm waiting for my friend request. Have you ever been set up on a trap? Like going on a date with a Jill who turns out to be a Jack. Shout out to Jack and Jill, that wonderful Adam Sandler movie that 3 people saw. Anywho, no, I've never went out with a girl that turned out to be a fella. But I do have a story. I used to be on a little site called Hot or Not. You know, old Tough Guy was putting himself out there and getting dates all over. But, and old woman was trying to get a piece of old Tuffy Tough one time. And I had a buddy I did Hot or Not with, and he was like, man, I went out with this disgusting girl that was 6'4", and I took her out to dinner. And she puked it all up, and she was telling me all these personal things, and she kept farting. And I was like, yeah, you know, because old Tuffy Tough's only 5'9", and, you know, she was playing the games, you know, she looked real beautiful in the picture, and, you know how it is. Anywho, so this girl tries hollering at old Tuffy Tough, and, you know, she starts bringing up some weird shit. So I start, you know, I tell her some of this true story. I tell her that, thinking it will scare her off, because I go, hey, how tall are you? She says 6'4". So I'm like, oh yeah, that's her. So I tell her something that I think will scare her off. So I tell her that I have slept with my dog before, thinking she'll be like, ew. And, you know, most people are like, oh, that's a joke. But I really, like, laid it in. I talked about it for 5 minutes, you know, thinking that she'd be like, ugh. She comes at me and she says, ooh, you're fine. I want to see you sleep with that dog. So I eventually just had to say, leave me the fuck alone. There's my Jack and Jill question. FREDERIK the Wolfman. This fella was in, you know, when I first announced the Q&A, his mug was up there. Yeah, and you guys judged him harshly. So let's see what he has to say. What's your favorite Masters of the Universe episode? I like the Masters of the Universe episode when Skeletor gave He-Man what's the word? Skeletor gave He-Man a prostate exam. Yeah, it brought awareness to prostate health. And little 3-year-old Tosa Tough kid was like, when I turn 50, I'm going to remember how Skeletor stuck his fingers up old He-Man's poop chute and felt him to see, made sure he had good prostate health. It made me want to. So that is my favorite Masters of the Universe episode. MYCHERRYHURTS. What's your favorite game? I answered this in the other videos. My favorite game would be Dragon Age Origins. YouTube.com/awakening. It is number 1 on 326 games. That's right, I finished another game this weekend. Life is Strange Before the Storm. Just trying to pat my list. Okay, Pitch Dark Gaming. Huh. You know, I can understand gaming in pitch dark, but how the Jim Dugan do you put the game in when it's dark inside us in a state? I don't know. What was it that inspired you to start your YouTube channel? Well, I kind of answered this. I said that I wanted to meet educated gamers because my passion is gaming that I could have a discussion with. And I also I like being in front of the camera and showing my stupidness and whatever you call my videos, so that was it. And also, I saw the missus' success on Instagram, so I wanted to see how old mean and potato tough guy could do on the YouTube. So there you have it. That one dude, bro, I like this fella. He's, he gives it to you raw. He's not gonna sugarcoat nothing. Not one iota. And he's one of them dude bras. The one dude bra. What is your best mobster movie? I love Godfather 1 and Scarface. Now, I saw this question. I was like, is Scarface really a mobster movie? I know, he's not really in the mob. He's definitely a gangster. If we're going around that, if we're acting like that, I'd say my favorite mobster movie would be Heat with Robert De Niro and Val Kilmer and my boy Tom Sizemore. High on crack. But if we're talking about legit mobsters movies, I would say Casino. With also with Robert De Niro and the guy from Home Alone, Joe Pesci. So yeah. Craze! Oh, this dude must be from Martin. I like Craze. What made you want to start YouTube? That's a similar question. To meet educated gamers. And to put my stupidity out there. Yeah! Okay, and we have Marshiv again. You can see how to spell it, okay? This is probably the question I had to do the most research for. He asked me, what are your top 10 wrestling matches of all time? And I wrote them down because you gotta do a little research. It took me about an hour. Number 10, Stone Cold versus Kurt Angle, SummerSlam 2011. Oh, Stone Cold might have been the heel, but he sure bloodied up one of my favorites of all time, Angle. Those are two of my favorites of all time. Number 9, Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn, ECW, Hardcore Heaven 1999. That match was fucking violent. And that's the first time I saw ECW, and I was like, damn, son, motherfucker, be fucking hell. Number 8, Triple H versus Cactus Jack in a hardcore match, Royal Rumble 2000. Those motherfuckers were bloody. I think that was the match that actually blew Triple H up. Okay, once again, we got another package delivered to my sprawling estate. I get a lot of underwears from a lot of my subbies, so hey, thanks for that. Send more jock straps. I like to keep everything in order when I'm playing first-person shooters. Anywho, number 7. This is going to be something that's not on a lot of people's list. It is Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in a steel cage at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I think that was 98 or 99. The reason I love this is because I hadn't watched wrestling in 7 years. My mother had like a black box that was a cable box that got all the channels, all the pay-per-views, you didn't have to pay for it. And as I said, I hadn't watched wrestling since old Terry Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior and those fellas were throwing bows. So anyway, I remembered Vince McMahon as like some nerdy announcer, and he came out, and I was in high school at the time, and I swear to God, I thought he was wearing a fake, like, plastic bodysuit, because he was shredded. I was like, that can't be Vince McMahon. So then, like, Stone Cold comes out, he's drinking beer, I'm like, dude, this isn't the wrestling I remember, this is great. So Vince McMahon's running around the cage like a bitch, he's like, and he's running around, I'm like, dude, why is he acting like this a bitch? He gets on the cage, he's like kicking at him, like, So then, you know, he's on top of the cage, and Stone Cold finally gets his hands on him. Pulls him off the cage. He falls through the table. You know, I've never seen that. I hadn't seen wrestling in 7 years, like I said. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, did he just... I was like, that had to be real. So they bring out the stretcher, and I'm like, oh man, I'm wondering what's wrong with him. So they're wheeling him away. Stone Cold starts talking shit. He starts beating him up on the stretcher, and I'm like thinking it's real. I'm like, this dude is snapped. I'm like, this dude is fucking snapped. I'm like, how is this happening? So he gets him in the ring, and he's beating his ass. And he's all bloody and shit. And then he's about to crawl out the ring. Oh, Vinnie Mac flips him off when he's bloody as hell. I'm like, dude, this is great. So they're fighting, and then, you know, the Big Show crawls out from the bottom of the ring. He rips open the ring and starts beating up Stone Cold and throws him against the ring and the cage, and the cage breaks. I was hooked for wrestling for a good 3 years after that. I swear to God, you know, I was a teenager. I thought that shit was real. It was amazing. Maybe not the best wrestling, but damn, that had me on the edge of my seat. Okay, number 6. Undertaker, as I like to call him, as a little tyke, the underwear taker, versus Triple H, WrestleMania 27. This match was jawsome. I think Shawn Michaels was that was Triple H. Shawn Michaels was a special guest referee, and it was litadocious. You need to see it. 5, Terry Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior, WrestleMania 6. That's when Hogan started... And he tried to do his 6-centimeter leg drop, and he missed the Warrior, and the Warrior was roided, and he jumped on him, and Hogan lost. Terry lost, and in front of Linda. How can you lose in front of Linda? It was crazy. Number 4. Mankind versus the Underwear Taker, Hell in a Cell, King of the Ring, 1998. Dude got thrown off the top of the ring, damn son! And then he crawled back out, his arm was all fucked up, and got thrown through the ring! Dude was fucked up! Number 3. Stone Cold versus The Rock with Mankind as special guest referee, WrestleMania 15. Like I said, with the Vince McMahon Stone Cold, that was like the next pay-per-view after that, and I was hooked, you know. Wrestling was the best. They were japping out on foos. Number 2, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25. That match was amazing. They were sweet chin music, you know. That's how I do people when I'm at like Arby's and motherfuckers are my way. I kick them in the face. Great match. Number 1 match of all time. And I liked wrestling so much that I didn't see this live. I was so into wrestling that I went on eBay and bought WrestleManias 1 through 13 on cassette tape, on VHS. So I was that into it. Number 1 match, Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. I Quit match, WrestleMania 13. That match is fucking awesome, dude. Like, Stone Cold was covered in blood and he wouldn't give up, and he just passed the fuck out. Oh my God, that match was amazing. And it was like a double heel turn. Like, Stone Cold went good, Bret Hart went bad. If you have not seen that, that's the one match you need to see. I even made my kids watch that match this month. Yeah, so there you go. They are my top 10 wrestling matches of all time. Okie dokie, new question. Gold Studios. Will you ever eat the world's hottest chip? Well, I don't know. What are the financial and health implications from eating the world's hottest chip? I mean, I'm not balling because I'm paying Logan Paul that $50 every month, so I don't know if I can afford that. So I'm going to say no. Big Daddy Drake, oh, big sexy. Ow! What do you think of the O.J. Simpson car chase? I can tell you exactly. I was pissed! I was watching the Houston Rockets. I've always been a huge basketball fan, and I was watching the Houston Rockets play in the NBA Finals, and they cut that shit off to watch O.J. Man, if you showing O.J., you better show Kato Kalin, damn it! I was mad. Who is your favorite music group artist? My all-time favorite music group was a little group called 3-6 Mafia, sipping on the scissor. Do you like Guy Fieri? I like Guy Fieri. No, I hate Guy Fieri. I didn't even know who that was, so I had to look him up. And I was like, ew, that motherfucker, I hate that guy. I hate that guy's commercials. He's like a cocky, wholesome, fat motherfucker with a dyed goatee. Fuck that guy. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie of all time is Hook, you know, Peter Panning? I also like Jurassic Parky Park. Let me see, I like X-Men Days of the Future Past. I don't know what my favorite movie is. We'll go with Hook, because that's what's popping in the noggin right now. Pitbull Gaming. That's Bo fucking Lloyd now, y'all. Respect. What is your next multiplayer game? So you can start doing your old school streams called Come Play with Tough Guy. Those were a blast. Stomping on neck and shitting on chest and rubbing it in. Yes, I have shit on plenty of chests and rub it in. But hey, may I suggest if you're gonna shit on someone's chest, buy some gloves because your skin gets all covered in poop. The next game I will multiplayer play, I'm guessing Battlefield 5, which is coming out in 2018. Game I know for sure I'll play is The Last of Us 2, but that's not going to be for a hot minute. Okay. Anime addiction, in parentheses, blanket. Oh! I got a question. Good for you. If your phone number was your IP address, what would it be? Good one. I'm going to answer that. My phone number and IP address would be the same as your fucking weight, you fat fuck, so it's in the 4 fucking digits. Motherfucker's trying to get under old Tough skin. I'm like Luke Cage. My skin is impenetrable. Unless it's the poop chute. But I'm a tight ass, so no one's getting up there. The new question. Zero Games. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That's why the name's right there. If you could choose any place to live, where would it be? Well, I traveled to a lot of places in the United States, been out of the country, Costa Rica, South America. But the only place I've ever been that I thought that felt like home, other than the great state of Milwaukee, was New York City. I like that place because, you can look outside and it keeps you humble, but it also keeps you happy. Because you can look outside any time of the day and see like 16 people you're doing better than and 16 people that are doing better than you. It keeps you grounded and doesn't get you too low or too high. And no one's paying attention to you, so you can do whatever the peach you want. And, get it? So New York City. Okie dokie, misters, we're getting towards the end. Just, I think, about 6 more questions and we are done, or 6 more humans. Meltdown SQD. Oh, I hope you're not having a meltdown. If you are, I suggest you contact a mental health specialist to help you through your times, okay? Old Huffy Tough cares. How do you feel about Red Dead Redemption 2? How do I feel? Red Dead Redemption 2, I will guess, will be the game of the year in 2018 and the best-selling game. The other development studios already know this. That's why Call of Duty is releasing early. That's why I believe Sony is releasing one big game every month. Ni no Kuni this month, at least that game's big to me. God of War next month. In May, it's Detroit Become Human, and so on and so on. I believe even Microsoft's going to follow suit. That's why they're doing State of Decay 2. Anyway, but back to Red Dead Redemption. I think the game will be a mega hit. I think it will be incredibly put together. Everything will be top notch. There'll be a ton of shit to do. The world will be incredibly designed. But for me, it's probably going to be a little bit too casual for my liking. I'm guessing it'll probably be in the top 100 games, my top 100 games of all time. But I'd be incredibly shocked if it landed in the, top 50, even 40. It's probably going to be in the 50 to 100 range. Those games are incredibly made. Much respect for them. But as I mentioned, Grand Theft Auto, they're tons of fun. They're just a little bit too casual for my likings, but they're awesome. That makes sense. Okay. Virgo from YouTube. Oh, that's a clever name. What is the best video you ever uploaded in your opinion? Some of my favorite videos, probably one of my first videos that I ever thought, hey, you know, YouTube is going to take a lot of work, was my 80s intro video. A lot of you probably haven't seen that video. I did it in this last summer. You know, it took me 8 hours to do like a 2-minute video. And I remember thinking, I'm like, hey, this is going to take some work if I want to put out quality videos. Obviously, I've got better at my editing and whatnot. But yeah. Also, the video, the green screen video, where I was in the rewind for 2017, that was a hoot to me. I also liked how my video turned out announcing that I was going to do a Q&A. I like that one too. But if I'd say the Q&A, that's probably my favorite video. Oh, new question, new asker. Crimson Tiger. This fella's been with me since the start. So let's see what he's got to ask. Do your milkshake bring all the boys to the yard? Question, answer. I'm a savage. Sexy savage, that is. Are you a Wayne's World enthusiast like me? No lie. I loved Wayne's World 1 and Wayne's World 2 when I was a little kid. I watched that movie, both those movies, at least 50 times. I love the part where he's getting married to the Asian girl, and he locks the father in the church with his guitar. That was my favorite part in Wayne's World. Why don't you wear looser clothes? I can see that ass jiggle from a mile away. Bro, I'm the sexiest motherfucker in the world. Motherfuckers want to see what I'm working with. So why would I cover that up? Ask yourself that, hater. Shit. What inspired you to YouTube? I've answered that. Educated gamers, and I wanted to show my stupidity to the world, and my wife, the missus. CHRISTI, NICOLA. What animals do you have in your estate? I have one cat named, well, it was the missus's cat. When I married her, she brought her along. Her name is Kitty. She says her first name's Hello. I say her first name is Catholic. So we're going to court to settle it sooner or later. Cause, yeah, damn cat's name Catholic, for Pete's sake. BA Intros Gaming. What is your favorite food? My all-time favorite food is the Smoky Joe from Ian's Pizza. But only people that are from Milwaukee will know what Ian's Pizza is. It's delicious, and I think there's only one of you. So if I had to pick my favorite food that all you mofos would know, I'd pick General Tso's chicken. General Tso's chicken. And finally, World War III Gaming. He asked me a question earlier, and he snuck another one in, that sly SOB. Final question, what do you think of the winter? I fucking love the winter. It is my favorite time. It is my favorite season of the year. I love it cold. I love the snowy snow. I just love it falling down, raining down from the heavens on my massive pectorials. So yeah, winter's my favorite season, followed by fall, then summer, then spring. Spring is my least favorite, even though my birthday's in spring. There you have it. Sorry it took a little longer. My throat is on fire, doggone it. But old Tuffy toughed his way through it. Because I'm a tough guy. Who would I not be if I couldn't man myself the way through it? So, I hope everyone enjoyed my Q&A. I mean, maybe, a year or 2 years down the line, we can do another Q&A because, I am an open book. I'm a meat and potato Joe, and if you guys want to know about old Tuffy Tough will answer, but it's not going to be something that's done on a regular basis, I don't like, doing what everyone else is doing, but, it was a fun video, knowing what's inside, meat and potato Tough Guy. So, Well, that was really special, and I want you to know, I love all you. Have a good night, guys, gals, and transvestites. Say bye,